Alright, today we're going to show you how to replace your tie rod ends on a 1989 Dodge Cummins. Beautiful truck, a little project of mine. Right here we have our new tie rod ends, and right down here where they're located, you got your driver's side and your passenger side. We're going to be using the Master Pro from O'Reilly's. Pretty decent, but there's a little better one. I'll probably put on there eventually. Alright, so we got our breaker bar. The new ones, the new tie rod ends have a 24mm socket, and found out the old ones on here must be a different brand, and the 1 1/8" fit for that. So we're gonna go ahead and take out the old cotter pin. So I got the cotter pin out. It was actually kind of a bitch. Now we'll go ahead and take the bolt off. Actually not too tight. If the cotter pin's too rusted in there, what I ended up having to do is I bent back and forth on both sides of it until it broke off, and then it was even, so I could take the nut off. Good God, I love this old truck. Alright, so we got both sides off. Now we're going to jack up the truck just a little bit to give us a little more space, and then we're going to hammer up on each end and take the whole thing out. Okay, so we got the truck jacked up just a little off the ground. We got a little more room between the tie rod. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and tap this up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put a pickle fork in here. Now we got that started, we got a little bigger hammer. Boom, out it comes. We're going to do the same thing over there on the other side. So we got it out. Next step, we're gonna mark how many threads go into here after we loosen this, and then we're gonna mark how many threads before we take these ones off, so we know how far to screw the new ones in, so the alignment will still be the same. We ended up finding out this is a 19mm socket, a little rusted, so it fits on there pretty tight. Go ahead and tap that on real good. Alright. Looks like our bolt is sliding, so we're going to have to get a wrench on the other side. Can you pick up my check when you
get on a break and holler at me, cuz when you head this way. Nah, I ain't sick, I ain't feeling no pain. I might take the flow down, I hope it don't rain. I might catch me a fish, I might wash my truck. Hell, got the four wheeler, I ain't done it in months. Or build me a fire.
Got a little bit loose, so let's go ahead and ratchet it out there.
Cause I drink all about, now it's shine time. Talking about the good old days and this. Uncle Doodle in the good old ways. We got the fire barrel glowing for most of the night. Can you smell the fat lighter? This country boy downtime. You can ride shotgun, muddy outside. Roll this one, drink a little homemade wine. Get it on dirt road, get some things on fire line.
So you have to get it all the way out, just gotta get it loosened up enough to screw this out here. Make sure it's loose. Knock all that rust out of there. Alright. We're gonna do the same thing on that side. Alright, so these are in there really hard. This must not have been changed in years, so we're gonna torch it, heat it up a little bit. So you can get it out of there. Alright, so after 3 of us pounding and torching the fuck out of this, finally got it turned out. And what we ended up doing, since it was hot, we just counted how many turns out it was. So we have 24 turns. So, and we went ahead and put some anti-seize on here, so next time we change these out, it won't be so hard to take out. So it was rusted in there pretty good, I remember. Okay, so these are actually left-hand threads, so screw it in, we gotta go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tighten this motherfucker up. Alright, hold up. PB blaster on there. Just go ahead and. You want a bar on there, Nate? Fucking shit. I wonder if it hurt because we heated it up. Hold up just a second. Jeff just. Alright, so we got these grease points put in. Got both ends put on. Honestly, it took us a minute to get the old ones out. It's if ever that rusted in, it takes a while. We torched it, then we just pounded it until it got started with the hammer. Then you put a rag on there, just get it out. It's a struggle, but it comes out eventually. We went ahead and tightened this one up. We let that clamp loose for now because it needs to adjust one way or the other just a little bit. And both ended up being 28 threads out. So we put them up 28 back in. Now we're about to put it back up in here. Ready? Yeah. Alright, as you can see, that tire kind of fell out when we took it off. But it's not a big deal. We're just going to have my brother here push it in. Jeff? Yeah. Push his tire in. Alright, out just a little. In just a little. Alright, out just a hair. A little more out. Alright, it's that simple. It's back in. Now we're going to go ahead and start our nuts on there. The wise men will bow down before the throne. So you see one of the reasons it has a driver's side and a passenger side, so your grease points are facing out. And so it's going to be super easy to grease them. I always recommend greasing all your grease points every time you do an oil change, just because of the pure fact that you extend your life of your joints a long time. So there's some on here. To the words long written down. What's going on? Man, alright. So we're just gonna go ahead and snug these up. They don't have to be extremely tight. Just good and snug, just so. Then you're gonna put your cotter pin in there so it won't come out. You'll be good to go. And we're gonna go ahead and finish tightening this up. Then we're gonna put this other bracket on, tighten that up, grease our points, and then we'll be back for a test drive. Alright, so putting in the last cotter pin here. Alright, so now take our jacks out and then take our 4-spin as soon as we grease these points up. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and grease these points up. We already got the one on the other side. Just want to go ahead and get a couple pumps in there. On the older ones you'll see it pushing out, and the newer ones it's pretty rare you see it coming out. So just put about 3 or 4 pumps in, should be good. And grease her up again next time we do the oil change.